Hi, this is Lisa Ellis, and this is part 2 of my 3-part tutorial on how to make Moorish Rose. Part 1, we made row 1, which was not that difficult, and a reminder of what it looks like. There are 5 ring Mobius units, each connected to its neighbor by 2 rings. So let's begin part 2, which is the hardest row, of course, because everything's floppy and it's always harder to start. So here we go. We're going to use the pink rings. Let me get my glasses on. All right, we're going to use the pink rings. This is how you start a new row every time. Don't start right at the end because it's too floppy and it'll just confuse you. Pick one of the Mobius units. I'm going to go for this silver one. And I'm picking up, I'm putting in my fingers these 3 rings. I'm not going to use all 3 of those rings, but I'm picking them up. What I'm going to pick up is these 2. Okay? So those 2 rings intersect with the blue neighbor, but I'm only going to grab one of those and then the one behind it. Okay? With my pink ring. So one of those and the one behind it. Can you see? See how that one in front folds down? We're not using him. Okay. Now, let me move the pink one out of the way. We're going to need him, but just for explanation right now, let's move him out of the way. What we're going to do, and this is the heart of Mobius, is the weaving, the picking up rings of right, left, right, left. It's real hard to see this part in a tutorial because tutorials are 2-dimensional, and this is a 3-dimensional thing, and it's just hard to see. So I hope this video tutorial is helpful for you. But what we're going to do for this second ring is pick up this floppy loose one, the blue. Then we're going to go through this bridge. Do you see where this silver Mobius is intersecting with the blue Mobius? Fold this silver one out of the way. I didn't do that very well, but let's pretend he's folded out of the way. Okay, there's a hole right here. We're going to want to, get out of the way, pink one. We're going to want to go through that hole. All right, I call that the bridge. So we're going to pick up this blue one, we're going to go through the bridge, and then pick up that other silver one. All right. So I'm going to pick up that loose blue one. I'm going to go, whoops, go through the bridge. Are we in focus? Oops, come on, there we go. Through the bridge. Oh, I didn't get the bridge. Pick up the loose one. I'll get it, I'll get it. He's just funny in my hands. All right, I have to lay him down and tap him. We'll get this. Sometimes when you're having trouble grabbing, it's time to lay down and tap things into place. Okay, let's try again. We're going to grab this loose blue one, and we're going to go in the bridge. There we go, I got it. See, sometimes all you got to do is lay it down. And then I'm going to grab that silver one in the back. Right now, he doesn't want to go in the back, but there, I just wiggled him back there. Move out of the way, pink one, so we can see. He knows where he wants to go home. Okay, we're picking up that one in the back. And then we're going through the first pink ring. I think that was kind of confusing, so let's do that again. All right. The flat one, the floppy one. The bridge, there, I just had to loosen my grip a little bit. And then this one in the back. Pick him up also. There we go. See all those 4 rings? Right, left, right, left. And then you go back through the first pink one. All right. Third ring. Now if you look at the blue Mobius, half of it's hanging down, don't worry about that. Of these 3 rings that are in your hand, there's 2 that are more clearly on top. Those are the 2 we want the next ring to go through. So there we go. 2 rings on top. Put the ring through there. And then feed your ring through the first 2 pink ones. Okay? See how they're starting to interlock. Let me tap it out. I do a lot of tapping when I'm making Moorish Rose to kind of hold everything, to line everything where it goes. So it's in your hands and it wobbles around here. There's those 3 interlocking, the Mobiuses are interlocking there, 3 of them. Now we're going to fill out that pink one. It's supposed to have six rings in that Mobius, and every Mobius from now on, except when you're at the ends. So let's add the other 3, just like you would make any Mobius. Okay, so you've got 3 rings. Put the 4th through the center. Okay, lean number 4 so that he's swirling right. That was 5. Make sure 5 is swirling right. And put in 6. There we go. Let me tap it out. And I'll show you what we've got. See? There we go. There we go. That wasn't so hard, was it? It really wasn't. You just have to go through the steps really methodically. Let's do that again, because we always want to start a row that way. Where's my... Let's do it on this one. This is not as long as I would like for demonstration purposes, but you'll be able to see. Okay. Ring 1 goes through this cross ring, I call it. Goes right through there and through the top one. That was ring 1. Ring 2 picks up this floppy blue one, goes through the bridge. See how I'm pushing that first silver ring out of the way? I don't want him. I want to go through the bridge, and then I want to pick up that ring in the back. See how I just scooped him up? And then I go through ring 1. Okay, ring 3. Get this straight in my hands. Oops, I've got a mess. I've got to tap it out. Oh, there we go. See, if you just set it down and then pick it up again, it's so much easier. All right, ring 3. There we go. 2 of these rings are on the top. There, you've got 3 blue rings here. Actually, you can see that 4th peeking out, but let me get this straight. Okay, here we go. You've got these 2 rings on top. We've already gone through those 2 rings. with the second pink ring. Oops. We're going to go through there again. And then go back through your first 2 pink rings. Tap it out. It's always how you know if you did it right, if it taps out properly, which that is perfect. Now we just finish out the Mobius. We've got 3 rings. Make sure it's all swirling to the right. Put the ring through the center. This is number 4. Make sure it's leaning to the right. Put in number 5. Make sure it's leaning to the right. Put in number 6. And make sure you're grabbing them all. Don't miss any or you'll really have problems later. Okay. Tap it out. Perfect. Perfect. Oops, come on. There you go. All right. So we've done that twice. That's how you start a row. See, it wasn't that hard. You just have to follow the steps. All right, I'm tapping out the one I'm working on. Now we're going to do Mobius number 2 in row 2. This is the Mobius that we're going to do over and over and over. It's not hard. You just got to know the steps. I keep saying in my head over and over for every Mobius. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Of course, there are 6 rings, but the last 2 are, you know, they're freebies. So I'm going to go for a green ring. All right. There we go. Okay. I've got this in my hands. Come on. All right. I've got it in my hands. I want to go through this top cross ring. Remember, we're ignoring the one in front. Ignore him. Going through the top cross ring. And we're going through the bridge, which is right here. And then, what are we doing? We're grabbing this side ring. Okay? Every single time, that's what we're going to do. We're picking up the top cross ring. Can you see the bridge? See it? That's where we're going. Get out of the way, Pinky. There we go, got it. See, I went through the bridge, and now I'm grabbing one of these side rings. Okay, step 1, ring 1 will always be done that way, except during the first Mobius of every row. All right, ring 2 is almost a gimme. Here, you just come up through the bottom and go through these 2 rings that you went through previously. See? We went through them with ring 1, we're going through them again with ring 2. Now this is starting to get a little bindy in my hands, so I'm going to tap it out. Everything looks good. Okay, ring 3. Now we're moving on to the next Mobius unit on the bottom row. Okay, we've already attached the green Mobius unit to the pink Mobius and to the blue Mobius, and now we're going to attach it to the silver one. Okay? Now what we're going to do is take this floppy loose one. We're going to go for the bridge. Remember, we're always ignoring this one in front. Ignore him. And then we're picking up this one in the back. Okay? Let's see how it's done. Pick up the loose floppy one. I'm going to have to wiggle around a little bit to get in the bridge. Got it. Then I'm reaching around into the back. There we go. And I got that back one. He's pretty obvious. You just need to know where to look for him. That's one of the things that's so hard to follow in a written tutorial. You just need to know to look for him. So then you put it up through your first 2 rings. And there you go. It's looking really good. Okay, ring 4. Remember, it's 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Ring 4 is easy. See, there's 3 rings here, but 2 are more obviously on top. Okay? We're going to take the 2 that are more obviously on top and pick them up. That's it. And then we go through rings 1, 2, and 3. See? Now remember I said 5 and 6 are like gimmies. That's because we've got rings 1 through 4. Ring 5, just sink through the middle. Make sure ring 5 is swirling to the right. And ring 6 goes through the middle. Okay, and that's it. I'm running out of time on this segment, so I am going to start segment 3 repeating that motion, okay? So if you didn't quite get it there, let's go over it again in a second. So I'll see you in part 3. Oh, by the way, I wanted to remind you that I have a little shop on Etsy, and if you have any questions, let me know. I'd be glad to hear from you. Bye-bye.